Did that just break a record or a heart? You probably didn't expect this, but out of nowhere, BTS's Jimin just passed 150 million streams on Spotify with Face-Off. And here's the twist. It's not a title track, not a viral dance challenge, not even promoted on its own. It's a B-side. A B-side. That's quietly rewriting what emotional music can do to a person. Let's dive into why millions of people around the world keep coming back to a song that feels like a whispered confession, something never meant for the stage, but meant for you. Jimin's Face-Off opens his debut solo album, Face. From the very first second, it sets a mood. Haunting, stripped down, and almost too honest. It's not trying to grab your attention, it's just there, bleeding quietly in the corner, and somehow you notice it. The beat, smooth, dark, R&B with bite. The voice, a double-edged sword. He slips in with that angelic falsetto, the kind that feels like he's trying to protect you from what he's about to say. Then suddenly, he drops into a low, smoky register that makes you stop mid-scroll and go, wait, this isn't just a vibe. He's hurting. But here's the part that stings most. He wrote this. He composed this. This isn't just Jimin performing. It's Jimin opening a journal and letting you read the page he almost tore out and burned. The lyrics aren't polished fairy tales or sugar-coated heartbreak. They're raw, messy, honest. He's not lamenting love, he's confronting betrayal. He's unraveling confusion. He's exhausted from trusting too deeply, from being too available to someone who didn't deserve that version of him. It's not pretty, it's not easy, but it's real. And that's why Face-Off didn't just survive the way most B-sides do. It thrived. It quietly demanded nothing, but gave everything. Even American media couldn't ignore it. Consequence of Sound named it one of the 10 best K-pop B-sides of 2023, highlighting how Jimin's voice dances through pain, sometimes light and broken, sometimes low and grounded. That emotional duality, that's the secret. It makes the song feel alive. But here's the bigger picture. The Face album, it isn't just breaking records, it's breaking walls. Over 2.5 billion streams on Spotify. Like crazy? 1.3 billion plus, like crazy. Nearly 400 million. Set Me Free point two, 417 million and counting. And yet, here we are, back at Face-Off. Why? Because sometimes the songs that don't scream are the ones that save us. They sound like a late-night drive, like crying silently in a bathroom stall, like the ache you never talk about because you thought no one would understand. But Jimin did. He put it in a song, and suddenly you weren't alone anymore. So yes, something broke. A streaming record? Absolutely. But maybe something else too. A guard, a mask, a little part of you that finally exhaled. And that's the magic of this song. What lyric from Face-Off hit you the hardest? What line made you pause, close your eyes, and just feel? Drop it in the comments. Let's talk. Let's feel it together. And if this song found you at the right time, if Jimin's voice reached into a quiet place inside you, share it. Send it to a friend who needs to know that someone out there gets it. Because Face-Off isn't just a song. It's a safe place, and sometimes that's all we really need.